AI feels right. That doesn't mean it is right. And the more confident it sounds, the more dangerous it actually becomes. Welcome to Dataliction Essentials. My name is John. Today we're going to talk about something that probably will feel a little uncomfortable for all of us, but it needs to be said clearly. AI is lying to you. Not because it's necessarily malicious, not because there's some grand conspiracy, but just because that's literally how it was designed and how we are wired to receive it as humans. If you don't understand that, you're going to trust something that was never built to be trusted in the way that you are actually using it. So there's a line that really stuck with me at the start of the last conversation with me and Travis. Half the trouble in this world is caused by people who want to be important. That's by T.S. Eliot. And the tension inside of AI is that it makes everyone feel important instantly. And, we can ask it anything. It responds with confidence. It structures your thoughts and it affirms your direction. It gives you answers that sound complete. And because of that, people are starting to make real decisions off of something that was never designed to carry that kind of weight. That was not the purpose of the whole underlying, code structure and the purpose, everything. So I've seen this in very practical ways. People who are putting financial data into AI tools and making major decisions without then checking the math. They're asking strategies and taking them at face value. And I've done this myself, so I'm speaking to the choir here. And the scary part is that AI gave them the answer. The scary part is that they trusted it without question. The scary part is because AI does not know what is right. It only knows how to respond in a way that sounds right. It's super good at talking, okay? And to understand that, you have to understand where this comes from. So let me give you a little bit of background. AI was built to pass something that was called the Turing test. The entire goal was to have a machine that responds in a way that feels indistinguishable from a human. The goal is not truth. The goal is believability. And so the way that it achieves that, is by avoiding predictability, because predictability responses feel robotic. We know that, humans are not predictable though. So AI is designed to feel dynamic and fluid and human-like. But here's the problem. If something's not predictable, it is not reliable. Okay. If it's not predictable, it's not reliable. So now we've created something that feels human, which is super fun in a lot of ways, but we're treating it then like a machine. We're trying to, have the best of both worlds. We're expecting consistent, objective truth from something that's fundamentally programmed to be subjective in how it responds. And the gap right there is where people get in like most of the trouble right here. For all of our lives, tools have been objective. And let me give you an example here. A hammer. A hammer does what a hammer does. The calculator gives you the same answer every single time. AI is not that kind of a tool. It changes based on how you ask the question, the context you provide, the systems you're using, and even the incentives behind the platform itself. It is influenced by your inputs, your tone, your expectations, your environment, its own environment that it's operating in. That means it is not neutral. It is not objective, and it is responsive. And that's a completely different category. And again, it's not bad by itself, but the way that we are using it, because it's a tool, we think it's objective. Where that at the same time, we're living in the real world where trust is already eroding. We scroll through content, question whether it's real all the time in my social feed. We see headlines. And we assume that there's bias, because probably has been. We hesitate to believe what we see, but then we turn around and we ask AI a question, and then we accept that question immediately. We distrust everything else, but then somehow we'll open up our app and we trust that. That contradiction has to make us pause. I think part of it comes down to something a little bit deeper. AI gives us a feeling. It gives us a sense of clarity, a sense of control, a sense that we have figured something out. There's actually a dopamine hit that comes with getting clean, confident answers. And over time, we start to crave that. We actually start to rely on that. And then eventually we just stop questioning it. But access to information is not the same as understanding. We've already seen this play out over the last decade. People have more access to data than ever before, more access to data than ever before. But instead of becoming more informed, we often become more confident without context. We read summaries instead of the full, academic source. We saw headlines instead of the actual details, and we form conclusions without depth and nuance. AI is accelerating that same pattern that we've been going down, because now it doesn't just give you access to data, it interprets it for you. And, you don't slow down and then apply your own thinking. You're, just not building understanding. You're just outsourcing it. Say, hey, give me the answer. And again, I get this. So what are the biggest lies happening right now? Well, the first big lie is that AI is objective. It is not. AI is not objective. It is shaped by inputs, incentives, and context. Treating it like a neutral source of truth is an absolute mistake. Just please. The second big lie is that AI is taking your job. It is not. This is a lie, okay? It will change your job, absolutely, but it is not replacing the core values that come from human judgment, relationships, and execution. People are still choosing people. Businesses are built on trust. And the idea that a tool replaces all of that, it's just simply not playing out in reality. The third lie is that you can build something meaningful instantly. Just a click of a button, you can build it. That's a lie. It's a lie, okay? You see it everywhere, but, build an app in an afternoon. I see that ad all the time. Fix your business with one prompt. Hate that commercial on TV. Turn everything around overnight. Sure, it sounds amazing, but it ignores something fundamental. Your business is not just what you do. It's who you are. It's your tone, your relationships, your process. It's the way that you solve the problems, and none of that can be generated in an afternoon. AI can help you prototype. I love this. It can help you explore. It can help you move faster and try things. I love all of those things, but it cannot replace understanding, the understanding required to build something that actually works. And if you skip that shortcut, you get something that looks real, but it does not hold up over time. And this is, where I get a little fired up. You can tell even in this episode, I'm very passionate, because I've seen businesses believe that applying AI to a struggling operation is going to fix them. It won't. It will accelerate whatever is there. If your data is fragmented, it stays fragmented. If your process is broken, it just breaks faster. If your strategy is unclear, it becomes more chaotic. AI cannot fix your fundamentals, but AI will expose them. That's why data matters so much. If your information is not organized, connected, and usable, AI has nothing to build on. Remember, it's about its inputs, its context. You can't generate insight from chaos. You can only amplify that chaos. And that's where a lot of businesses are right now. They're trying to layer AI on top of a foundation that is not ready. So you're probably asking the same question we've been asking for quite a while as a team here, all of our clients. So where does that leave us? Well, it leaves us with responsibility, a few different layers of responsibility. Responsibility to think, responsibility to question, responsibility to use these tools without losing ourselves in them. Because the real risk is not that AI is lying. The real risk is that we ourselves stop thinking for ourselves. And if we do that, we don't just lose accuracy. We lose our judgment. We lose our wisdom. We lose the very thing that make businesses work in the first place in the real world. So hear me loud and clear. AI is powerful, okay? It's very powerful. AI is useful. It is here to stay, but it is not the source of truth. It's a tool that requires a human to guide it. And, if you remember that, it becomes an incredibly valuable tool. If you forget that, it becomes incredibly dangerous. Thanks for listening to this episode of Dataliction Essentials. If you want to take a real next step with you and your team, your leadership, whatever that might be, head over to dataliction.app and you can sign up for free. Full access to our new platform, Adopt OS. Right away, you can take a self-serve audit, helps you understand where your organization actually stands today. You'll generate, your own AI policy, which we've found is super helpful for a lot of people. See how your team's already doing with like an AI usage report, full with actionable insights to help you as a leader improve both your economics and your security real big. So it's completely free. Go over there, sign up. It's designed to help you move forward with clarity and not confusion.